Jai Shishi Guru Gauranga Gandharvika Giridhari Shishi Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki Jai Shri Govinda Gopinath Maran Mohan Ju ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatara Shata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj Shila Gurudev ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatara Shata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Gosai Maharaj ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatara Shata Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Shila Prabhupada ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatara Shata Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatara Shata Shishimar Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Prabhupāda ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Mahārāja Śrīla Gaura Das Babaji Mahārāja ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Śrīla Satchid Ananda Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākura ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishta Vaishnav Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannātha Das Babaji Mahārāja ki Jai Śrī Rupa Gauḍīya Guru Varga ki Jai Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Śrīla Bhakti Vidyānidhi Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Śrīla Bhakti Dayit Madhav Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Śrīla Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Jai Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Ashtatara Shata Shishmad Śrīla Bhakti Rakshak Śrīdhar Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki Jai. All the associates of Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Prabhupada ki Jai, and all the followers ki Jai. Jai Ho. Jai Śrīla Baladeva Vibhushan Prabhu ki Jai, Śrīla Vishwanath Chakravarti Ṭhākura ki Jai, Śrī Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Trai ki Jai, Śrīla Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad ki Jai, Śrī Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Śrī Jeev Gopal Bhatta Das, Jai Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura ki Jai. Jai Shri Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Padadas Raghunath Sharda Goswami Prabhu ki Jai Shri Sarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda ki Jai Namacharya Śrīla Haridas Ṭhākura ki Jai Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai Shri Kshetra Mandala Gaura Mandala Braja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki Jai Sarva Abhishta Pradatta Giriraj Maharaj ki Jai Shri Radha Kunda Shama Kunda ki Jai Shri Yamuna Devi Ganga Devi ki Jai Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki Jai Abhinna Vrindavan Shri Navadip Dham ki Jai Shri Mamgachi ki Jai or Kumar Hatta ki Jai, the birthplace of Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura ki Jai Shri Malini Devi ki Jai. Or is it Uchishta Bhajan, Gaur Uchishta Bhajan, Malini Devi ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura Tirobhav Titi ki Jai. Jai Shri Caitanya-bhāgavata ki Jai. Caitanya-bhāgavata ki Jai. The Adi Khanda, Madhya Khanda, and Antya-khaṇḍa of Caitanya-bhāgavata ki Jai. Swaparshad Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. The Gauḍīya Bhāṣya of Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Gaur. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams everybody. Hare Krishna, Hari Prabhu and Bhavatarani Mataji, Anadi Krishna Prabhu, Gopal Ghanasham Prabhu, Shubhananda Prabhu, Jai Shri Didi, and Rasapriya Didi, Rup Manjari Didi, and Nitai. And I see a bunch of other devotees there on YouTube and Facebook, but I only see your name if you write a comment. So, but Dandavat pranams everybody. So we are now having our last, well, at least for this time, this will be our last reading of Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata. We'll be reaching the end of the 10th chapter of the Antya-khaṇḍa, the very end of Caitanya-bhāgavata. And then afterwards, there's a song that Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Prabhupāda wrote at the end. So we will sing that. And then we will read from this book, Śrī Caitanya and His Associates by Srila Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja on the glories of Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura. And then to conclude our program, we are going to do a little arati of Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura and Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata. We have it all set up out there. Subal will do the arati and I'll play mridanga. So in that way, we will conclude this program and we will begin the next program, our Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Kirtan program. So, all right, let's do the Mangala Charan and then we will read the end of Chaitanya Bhagavat. Hare Krishna Ananta Omji. So this is going to be the last time we sing this at least until we do another Chaitanya Bhagavat program in the future, hopefully. But for now, this will be the last time we sing this. Haribol Satya Mataji. Haribol. Okay. Ajnana timirandhasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurun militam yena tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Guruve Gora Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patita nam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Avatirno saka karunyo parichinno sarishvaro Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityanando dvau bhrataro bhaje. Namastrikala satyaya Jagannātha sutaya cha sabhrityaya saputraya sakalatraya te namaha. Jaya Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Lakshmi Kanta Jaya Jaya Nityananda Ballabha Ekanta Jaya Jaya Vaikunta Ishwar Nyasi Raj Jaya 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 Bhakata Samaj Jaya Jaya Patita Pavana Gaura Chandra Dana Deho Hridaye Tomar Pada Dvandva Shesha Khanda Katha Bhai Shuno Ekachitte Nila Chale Gaura Chandra Aila Jemate Tavai Vasmi Na Jivami Tvaya Vina Iti Vigyaya Devi Tvam Nayamam Charanantikam Bhaktya Vihina Aparada Lakshai Kshiptashtakama Ditaranga Madhye Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapanna Vrinde Namaste Charanaravindam. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. All right, so I'm going to, we will sing this, the glories of Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata and Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura. We will sing this at the end, right before we start arati. But maybe just for now, we can sing this last verse from Madhya, Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter 4, verse 5. Sahaje vichitra madhur Chaitanya vihar Vrindavana dāsa mukhe amriter dhar. By nature, all the activities of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu are very wonderful and sweet. And when they are described by Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura, they become like a shower of nectar. Jai Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura ki Jai. His disappearance day today festival ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Prabhupāda ki Jai. His Gauḍīya Bhāṣya commentary ki Jai. Jai Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata ki Jai. Śrī Sachinandan Gaur Hari ki Jai. Swaparshad Śrī Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. The Guru of Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura, Śrīman Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Dwarash Gopal ki Jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Gaur. Okay, so now let's go. We're concluding chapter 10, the glories of Śrī Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi. First, we will read the summary by Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, which he wrote when he was a brahmachari, Pranavananda Pranavananda Brahmachari, under Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Goswami Prabhupada. So we'll read his summary, and then we will continue from where we left off yesterday. So here's the brief summary of this chapter. This chapter describes the glories of Śrī Swarup Damodar and Śrī Paramananda Puri. Gadadhar Pandit's acceptance of mantra initiation from Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi for the second time. Mahaprabhu's hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar. Vidyānidhi's criticism of Lord Jagannāth's servants because they dressed Jagannātha and Balaram in starched cloth on the day of Oran Shashti. And Jagannātha and Balaram's slapping the cheeks of Vidyānidhi. That's how Caitanya-bhāgavata ends, with Jagannātha and Baladev slapping the cheeks of Vidyānidhi. All right, so here's a more in-depth summary. One day, when Sri Advaita Acharya came before Mahaprabhu after taking darshan of Lord Jagannath at the temple, the Lord inquired from Advaita and found out that after Advaita took darshan of Lord Jagannath's face, he had circumambulated Jagannath 5 to 7 times. As a result, Sri Mahaprabhu jokingly told Advaita Acharya that he was defeated. He said, Harila, Harila, because in the course of circumambulation, one is unable to see the Lord's face while walking behind the Lord. When Sriman Mahaprabhu took darshan of Lord Jagannath, however, his eyes would not wander from Lord Jagannath's face for even a moment. In fact, he would see the moon-like face of Lord Jagannath everywhere. Advaita Acharya gladly accepted defeat from Mahaprabhu and said that only Sri Mahaprabhu knew the confidential meaning of such a statement. One day, Gadadhar Pandit, the disciple of Puṇḍarīka, informed Mahaprabhu that he had forgotten his initiation mantra. Oh, I thought it said that he gave this initiation mantra, to somebody else. And then, that's what anyways, let's see. And he desired to hear it from the Lord. But Mahaprabhu replied to Gadadhar Pandit that he should wait till Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi came to Nilachal. Mahaprabhu began to, and I just want to check really quickly. Mantra, let's look up mantra. Okay, so I'm just looking, and it says, one day, Sri Gadadhar Pandit asked the Lord about the initiation mantra he had been given. I have given someone my initiation mantra, Ishta mantra ami je kohilo karo prati. Now I am not getting realization from chanting it. You please give that mantra to me again, and then my mind will be joyful. Okay, so I just wanted to. Oops, sorry. So then Mahaprabhu replied to Gadadhar Pandit that he should wait till Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi came to Nilachal. Mahaprabhu began to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit, and in this way, he heard the characteristics of Prahlad and Dhruva hundreds of times. Interesting. While hearing Gadadhar's recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam and Swarup Damodar's Kirtan, Mahaprabhu simultaneously manifested the 8 transformations of ecstatic love. Among the sannyasis, Sri Swarup Damodar and Sri Paramananda Puri were the Lord's principal associates and constant companions. One day, when Mahaprabhu was overwhelmed in ecstatic love of God, he fell into a well. and the devotees headed by Advaita Acharya pulled the Lord out. When Puṇḍarīka arrived at Nilachal, Mahaprabhu cried with love, and Gadadhar took mantra initiation again from Vidyānidhi. During the Odan Shashti festival, the servants, this is what we ended with yesterday. During the Odan Shashti festival, the servants of Lord Jagannath would dress Lord Jagannātha and Balaram with starched cloth. When Puṇḍarīka criticized this behavior of Jagannath's servants, Swarup Damodar explains that the characteristics of the Supreme Lord are beyond the jurisdiction of worldly etiquette. But since this did not satisfy Vidyānidhi, Jagannātha and Balaram enacted the pastime of slapping Vidyānidhi on his cheeks in a dream in order to destroy the karma Jadasmarta's sinful mentality of criticizing the behavior of the Supreme Lord's servants. The Lord distributes mercy in dreams only to his select and dear associates. When Vidyānidhi told Swarup Damodar about the dream, they both happily joked with each other. Mahaprabhu used to address Vidyānidhi as Bap, or father. Vidyānidhi's devotion for the Ganga was genuine and incomparable. All right, so what verse did we read up to? I think we read up to 155. That's what it was. Okay, so but actually let's read just the translations from this section, Odan Shashti. Yeah, we'll read these verses just to get the flow. Hare Krishna Subhadra Didi and Anari Krishna Guru and Archan Didi. Shubhananda Guru. Yeah, I already said. Okay. Right. Yes, Satya Mataji, yes, that's correct. Odan Shashti is when we first offer, well, I'm not sure if it's always wool, but yeah, warm clothes to a wool chadar to the Lord, or in Jagannath Mandir, I think they just offer him the clothes, but yeah, it should be watched to get this touch. Okay. So while residing in Nilachal, who is it? Puṇḍarīka. Actually, let's read from here. Now I'll write something regarding Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi's position as a dear servant of Krishna, according to what I have heard from the mouth of Gadadhar Pandit. So Vrindavan Das Thakur heard this directly from Gadadhar Pandit, this account that he's giving. The Lord kept Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi with him in Jagannath Puri and assigned him a residence at Yameshwar on the shore of the ocean. Yameshwar Tota is just a little bit, if you're in Puri, you're at Tota Gopinath, just a little bit down the hill, you'll see Yameshwar Tota. So that's where Puṇḍarīka, he lived right near to Gadadhar Pandit. While residing in Nilachal, he regularly went to see Lord Jagannath. Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi was very dear to Swarup Damodar. They would go together to see Lord Jagannath and then enjoy discussing topics of Krishna. Soon the time came for the festival called Odan Shashti. On this occasion, Lord Jagannath wears a new dress. And it's in the Gauḍīya Bhāṣya, it says, this festival has taken this name because Lord Jagannath wears a winter dress. This festival continues up to the fourth day of the waxing moon in the month of Magh, January, February. It starts in Agrahayan, that's November, December, and ends in January, February. Magh is still cold though. Anyhow, by the desire of Lord Jagannath, his servants dress him in a starched dress on this day. Lord Gaurasundar took all of his devotees and went to see this festival of Odan Shashti. And there's all these instruments I've never heard of before, but mridangas, muharis, conchals, kettle drums, kahalas, dhakas, dugdas, and kadas were loudly played. On that day, Lord Jagannath wears various dresses. This festival continues from the 6th day of the waxing moon in the month of Agrahayan, November, December, to the end of the month of Magh, January, February. The offering of dresses goes on till the end of night. As Lord Chaitanya watched this festival with his devotees, he floated in waves of ecstatic love. Lord Chaitanya was himself the worshipper and the object of worship. He was the worshipper and the object of worship. He was the upasak and upasya. but without his mercy, who could understand his mind? In the form of the deity, the Lord sat on the throne, and in the form of a sannyasi, he practiced bhakti yoga, devotional service. Fine white, yellow, and blue silk clothes decorated with pearls and gold were offered to the deity form of the Lord. After Lord Jagannātha was dressed, he was decorated with flower ornaments, flower bangles, a flower crown, and flower garlands. Jagannātha was then worshipped with 16 items like sandalwood pulp, flowers, incense, and ghee lamps. He was then offered various types of foodstuffs. After the Lord saw this festival in the company of all his associates, he returned to his residence, absorbed in ecstatic love. After sending all the Vaishnavas home, the Lord remained alone in his own ecstatic mood. All the devotees left for their respective residences, except Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi, who remained with Śrī Damodar. They would both disclose their minds to each other without hesitation. Yeah, it's interesting. Before we read this, I never realized, I never heard about the relationship between Śrī Damodar and Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi. Yeah, they were extremely close. They would both disclose their minds to each other without hesitation. After seeing Lord Jagannātha wearing starched cloth, Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi developed some doubt. He asked Śrī Damodar, he said, why do they offer starched dresses to Lord Jagannātha? The Shrutis and Smritis are widely accepted in this place, so why is starched cloth offered before it is washed? Śrī Damodar replied, he said, please listen, there is no fault in this, because that is the custom of this place. Persons who know the Shrutis and Smritis may not observe this festival, but here it has always been observed in this way. If this was not the desire of Lord Jagannātha, then why hasn't the king stopped it? Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi said, the Lord may do as he likes, but why do the servants imitate the activities of the Lord? Why do the priests, the pujaris, the temple superintendents, and the servants touch the unwashed clothes? Lord Jagannātha is a supreme controller. For him, everything is possible, but how can others imitate his activities? If one touches starched cloth, he should wash his hands to purify himself. Why don't such learned persons follow this injunction? The government officers are ignorant because they do not consider this. The king even wraps this starched cloth on his head. Damodar Swarup replied, please listen, my dear brother. I think there is no fault in this Odan festival. The Supreme Brahman has incarnated as the deity of Lord Jagannātha. Therefore, rules and regulations do not apply to him. Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi said, please listen, brother. The deity of Lord Jagannātha is the Supreme Brahman in all respects. He is not at fault, even if he violates the rules and regulations, but have all these others become Brahman by staying in Nilachal? They have given up proper etiquette and have become like incarnations of the Supreme Brahman. Shave hoilo Brahma Rupa avatar. While speaking in this way, they laughed again and again as they walked down the road. The two friends held each other's hands and laughed as they discussed whether Lord Jagannāth's servants were at fault. No one can understand the glories of the Lord's servants. Only Krishna knows their attachment for him. Krishna sometimes bewilders his devotee, and then feeling compassion for him, he destroys his illusion. Gauḍīya Bhāṣya says, although Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi was a great devotee, when he enacted the pastime of finding fault in the devotees of Lord Jagannātha, the affectionate Supreme Lord performed one pastime to destroy his staged illusion. Okay, this is just a staged illusion. First, the Lord bewildered Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi. He said, first the Lord bewildered Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi. Now you will hear how the Lord destroyed his illusion. In this way, the two intimate friends went to their residences to perform their Krishna-conscious duties, their Krishna karja. After taking their meals, they went to Gauranga's residence for some time. Then they returned to their residence and took rests. Okay, so this is like during the daytime, I guess, right? I don't know actually if it's night or daytime. Yeah, maybe it's nighttime. And so, yeah, they returned to the residences and took rest. In his form as Lord Jagannath, the omniscient Lord Chaitanya appeared before Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi in a dream. Vidyānidhi Mahārāja saw Lord Jagannath and Balaram appear before him in his dream. Jagannath Balai Ashi Hoila Vijay, they both arrived. Vidyānidhi saw Lord Jagannath catch hold of him and slap his face in an angry mood. Krodh Rup Jagannath Vidyānidhi dekhe, apne dhoriya tare chorayen mukhe. I guess chorayen is how you say, is another word for slap. Okay. The two brothers, Jagannatha and Balaram, slapped him on his cheek so hard that his swollen face bore impressions of their fingers. Wow, you have to slap really hard for there to be impressions of their fingers. Feeling distressed, Vidyānidhi fell at their feet and prayed, Krishna, save me, forgive my offenses. Krishna Rakha, Aparada Kama. O Lord, for what offense are you beating me? The Lord replied, there is no end to your offenses. I do not belong to any caste, and my servants also do not belong to any caste. You should have learned this while staying here. Why then are you staying in a place where you will lose your caste? If you want to protect your caste, you better go home. Wow. Jagannath's really teasing him there, huh? Why do you want to stay in a place where you're gonna lose your caste? I don't have a caste, so you want to stay here and lose your caste? You better go to your own home so you don't lose your caste staying with me, right? I have inaugurated the traditional observance of this festival. How then can you think that there is any improper behavior in it? You accept me as a supreme Brahman, but you offend my servants by finding fault in their dressing me with starched cloth. Vidyānidhi felt great fear. He therefore placed his head at the lotus feet of the Lord and cried, please forgive the offenses of this most sinful person. I am defeated. I apologize. O Lord, with this mouth, I have laughed at your servants. So you have now properly punished that mouth. This is the auspicious beginning of a new day, for my face and forehead were touched by your lotus hands. The Lord replied, I have punished you to bestow mercy on you, for I consider you my servant. In this way, the two brothers, Jagannatha and Balaram, mercifully glanced on Premanidhi in his dream, and then returned to their temple. After seeing this dream, Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi woke up. Then he saw the slap marks on his cheek and began to laugh. His cheeks were swollen from the slapping of the lotus hands of the Supreme Lord. Seeing this, Premanidhi said, Boro bhalo bhalo. This is great. This is very good. Very good. This is very great. Boro bhalo bhalo. I have received punishment for my offense, yet the Lord has mercifully awarded me only a token punishment. Just see the glories of Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi. This is the limit of the Lord's mercy on his devotees. The limit of the Lord's mercy on his devotees is when he slaps him in the face like this. The Lord did not slap even his own son Pradyumna to teach him in this way. The Lord's associates and consorts like Janaki, Rukmini, and Satyabhama, as well as the various gods and goddesses, are directly punished if they commit an offense. But to receive the Lord's mercy by being punished in a dream is rarely seen. Someone who receives punishment or wealth in a dream has nothing to show for it when he wakes up. But if the Lord punishes or bestows mercy on someone in a dream, the results are seen by everyone. Yeah, we have the example of the Qazi, right? After the Lord in the form of Nrsimhadev ripped open the chest of, or the abdomen of the Qazi. And then I think it was a chest actually. I can't remember. Anyways, and then the next morning he showed the marks directly on his body. So that's what happened when the Lord does something to you in the dream. You actually see it physically on your body. So the results will be seen by everybody. There is no one so fortunate in this world, for the Lord does not speak to non-devotees even in their dreams. By analyzing this incident, one can directly understand that because the Yavanas engage in blasphemy and violence, they can never see the Lord in their dreams, even if they want to. What to speak of Yavanas? Even respectable Brahmins who constantly commit offenses attain miseries in this life and in the next as a result of their offenses. Yet the Lord does not teach such sinful non-devotees in their dreams. Yes. A person who receives instructions from the Lord in a dream considers himself most fortunate. Evidence of the mercy of Śrī Premanidhi received when he was beaten by the Lord in a dream could be seen by everyone. Everybody could see his swollen cheeks with the impressions of the Lord's fingers, Baladeva and Krishna's fingers. When Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi got up in the morning, he could feel with his hands that his cheeks were swollen. Swarup Damodar would come every day, and the two would go together to see Lord Jagannāth. When Swarup Damodar came, as he did I was reading too far. We finished, we're reading from, what is it? 156. Okay, so. Swapne pratyadesha prabhu koren jahare, she mahabhagya heno mane apanare. A person who receives instructions from the Lord in a dream considers himself most fortunate. Shakshate apane swapne marilo tahare, e prasade shabe dekhe Śrī Premanidhi. Evidence of the mercy Śrī Premanidhi received when he was beaten by the Lord in a dream could be seen by everyone. Tabe Puṇḍarīka Dev uthila prabhate, chore gala fuliache dekhe dui hate. When Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi got up in the morning, he could feel with his hands that his cheeks were swollen. His cheeks were fuliache. Pratidin Damodar Sarupa Asiya, Jagannātha dekhe dohe eko shanga hoya. Swarup Damodar would come every day, and the two would go together to see Lord Jagannāth. Pratyaha aise Swarup she dina aila, asiya taha ke kichu kohite lagila. When Swarup Damodar came as he did regularly, he began to speak to Vidyānidhi. He said, Shokale aiso Jagannātha darashane, aji shaya hoite nahi uthe ki karane. Swarup Damodar said, every morning you come with me to see Jagannāth. Why haven't you gotten up yet? Why haven't you gotten up yet today? Vidyānidhi bole bhai, hetai aiso, shab kotha koro mor, etha asi boisho. Vidyānidhi replied, he said, "Oh brother, please come and sit down. I will explain everything. Damodar asi dekhe tana dui gala." Oh, yeah, gala I guess is cheeks then. Fuliache choro chinna dekhen vishala. When Swarup Damodar came near, he saw that Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi's cheeks were swollen with slap marks. Damodar Swarupa jigyase ki kata kene gala fuliache kiva pile vyatha. Swarup Damodar asked him, "What is this? Why are your cheeks swollen? Did you get hurt?" Ki kata kene gala fuliache kiva pile vyatha. Hasiya bolen Vidyānidhi Mahārāja, shuno bhai kali gelo jate ka sangshay. Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi smiled and said, "Please listen, brother. All my doubts were vanquished last night. Mandua bastrere je korilo avagyan, tar shasti gale e dekho vidyaman." Look at my cheeks and see the evidence of the punishment I received because of criticizing the offering of starched clothes to Lord Jagannāth. Aji swapne asi Jagannātha Balaram, dui danda chorayen nahi ko vishram. Last night, Lord Jagannāth and Balaram appeared before me in a dream, and continually slapped me for 2 dandas. That's 48 minutes. Wow, that's a lot of slapping. Mor paridhana vastra korili nindan. Eto boli gale choraye dui jan. They both slapped my cheeks while saying, Mor paridhan vastra korili nindan. You have criticized the clothes we wear. Korili nindan. Gale baji ache jata anguler anguri. Bhalo mate utaro korite nahi pari. See the marks of their fingers on my cheeks. I was unable to pacify them. E lajaye kahare sambhasha nahi kori. Gala bala hoite she bahir hoite pari. I am too embarrassed to speak to anyone. I will go out only after my cheeks become normal. Eto kota anyatra kohite jogya nahe. Boro bhagya heno bhai mani lo hridaye. It is not proper to tell others about this incident. Oh, brother, in my heart, I consider myself most fortunate. Boro bhagya. Bhalo shasti pailo aparadha anurupe e nohile pandit poritama maha andha kupe. I have received a proper punishment for my offense. Otherwise, I would have fallen into a blind well. Vidyanidhi pratideki sneher uday anande bhashen damodara mahashai. Seeing the Lord's affection towards Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi, Sarup Damodar floated in ecstasy. Anande bhasen. Sakar sampade hoy, sakar ullas, dui jane hasen paramananda has. As one becomes happy upon seeing the good fortune of a friend, the two both laughed in Paramananda, in the supreme bliss, in great happiness. Damodara Swarupa bolen shuno bhai, e mata arbhut danda dekhi shuni nai. Damodar Swarup said, listen, my brother, I have never heard about or seen such a wonderful punishment. Swapne asi shashti kore apana shakshate ar shuni nai shabe dekhi lunto mate. The Lord appeared in a dream and personally punished you. I have never before heard of such a thing. But I can directly see that you have been punished. Henomate dui sakha bhashen santoshe ratra dina na janen Krishna katha rase. In this way, the two friends floated in happiness, and they forgot whether it was day or night as they continually enjoyed topics of Krishna. Okay, now here's quite a long Gauḍīya Bhāṣya we'll read through. Wow, it's very long Gauḍīya Bhāṣya. And what is it? They forgot whether it was day or night as they continually enjoyed topics of Krishna. Krishna katha rase. Okay, Gauḍīya Bhāṣya by Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Prabhupāda. In the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, first canto, chapter 1, 19, it is stated, Vayam tu na vitripyama uttama shloka vikrame yachchrin batam rasa jnanam swadu swadu pade pade. Oh yes, this is a famous verse. Nectar at every step. It's more relishable at every step. We never tire on hearing the transcendental pastimes of the personality of Godhead, who is glorified by hymns and prayers. Those who have developed a taste for transcendental relationships with him relish hearing his pastimes at every moment. Okay, so we're going to hear a bunch of verses on this Krishna Katha Rase, on the ras of Krishna Katha, the nectar of hearing, relishing the pastimes of Krishna. In the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 113, it is stated, Nagama kalpa toror galitam phalam shuka mukhar amrita drava sangyutam pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam muhur oho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. O expert and thoughtful men, Relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desire tree of Vedic literatures. It emanated from the lips of Sri Shukadeva Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 1:18-14, it is stated, Ko nama tripyed rasavit katayam mahattamai kanta parayanasya nantam gunanam agunasya jagamur yogeshvaraye bhavapara mukhya. The personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, Govinda, is the exclusive shelter for all great living beings, and its transcendental attributes cannot even be measured by such matters of mystic powers as Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. Can anyone who is expert in relishing nectar and relishing ras ever be fully satiated by hearing topics about him? In the Srimad Bhagavatam 10:52-20, it is stated, Brahman Krishna Katha Punya Madhvir Loka Malapaha Ko Nutripyeta Shinvana Shruta Gyo Nitya Nutana. What experienced listener, O Brahman, could ever grow satiated while listening to the pious, charming, and ever-fresh topics of Lord Krishna, which cleanse away the world's contamination? In the Srimad Bhagavatam 4:20-24, it is stated, Nakamaye nata tadapyaham pachin nayatra yushmach charanam puja swaha sava mahattamantar hridayan mukha chuto vidatsva karna yutam esha me vara. My dear Lord, I therefore do not wish to have the benediction of merging into your existence, a benediction in which there is no existence of the nectarian beverage of your lotus feet. I want the benediction of at least 1 million ears, for thus I may be able to hear about your glories of your lotus feet from the mouths of your pure devotees. Wow, it's a very nice verse. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 4:20-26, it is stated, Yasha Shivam Shushuva Arya Sangame Yadrichaya Chopa Shrunoti Te Sakrit Katam Gunagyo Viramed Vina Pashum Shiryat Pravavre Gunasangrahechaya. I've seen this verse a few times before. My dear highly glorified Lord, if one, in the association of pure devotees, hears even once the glories of your activities, he does not, unless he is nothing but an animal, give up the association of devotees, for no intelligent person would be so careless as to leave their association. The perfection of chanting and hearing about your glories was accepted even by the goddess of fortune, who desired to hear of your unlimited activities and transcendental glories. And here's another very famous verse. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 10:1-4, it is stated, Nivritta tarshai upagiyamanad bhavo shadachrutra manobhiramat ka uttama shloka gunanuvadat puman virajeta vina pashugnat. I should learn this verse. This is a very famous verse. Glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is performed in the parampara system. That is, it is conveyed from spiritual master to disciple. Such glorification is relished by those no longer interested in the false temporary glorification of this cosmic manifestation. Descriptions of the Lord are the right medicine for the conditioned soul undergoing repeated birth and death. Therefore, who will cease hearing such glorification of the Lord except a butcher or one who is killing his own self? In the Srimad Bhagavatam 10:13-2, it is stated, Satam ayam sara bhritam nisargo yadartavani shudichetasamapi pratikshanam navya varachutasyavyat striya vitanam ivasadu varta. Paramahamsas, devotees who have accepted the essence of life, are attracted to Krishna in the core of their hearts, and he is the aim of their lives. It is their nature to talk only of Krishna at every moment, as if such topics were newer and newer. They talk all the time, at every moment, as if the topics were newer and newer. They are attached to such topics, just as materialists are attached to topics of women and sex. In the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 10:87-11, it is stated, Tulya Shuddha Tapashilas, Tulya Sviyari Madhyama, Api Chakru Pravachanam, Ekam Shushushavo Pare. Although these sages were all equally qualified in terms of Vedic study and austerity, and although they saw all friends, enemies, and neutral parties equally, they chose one of their number to be the speaker, and the rest became eager listeners. They became eager listeners. It is also said in the Hari Bhakti Vilas 10th Vilas, Tata Vaishnava Dharmangscha Kriyamanam Apisvayam Samprichit Tadvida Sadhun Anyonya Pritibridhaye. Although one personally engages in Vaishnav Dharma, he should make inquiries from like-minded devotees to increase his love. Why do we make inquiries from the devotees? Priti Vridhaye, to increase our love. Okay, this is the last verse on this topic of the glories of hearing Harikatha. In the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam 10:31-9, it is stated, Tava katamrita tapta jivanam kavi biridita kalmashapaham Shravana Mangala Shri Maratatam Bhuvi Grenantiye Bhurida Jana. Okay, so this is the glorification of Harikatha directly from the gopis. They sang during Gopi Geet. The nectar of your words and the descriptions of your activities are the life and soul of those suffering in this material world. These narrations, transmitted by learned sages, eradicate one's sinful reactions and bestow good fortune upon whoever hears them. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Certainly, those who spread the message of Godhead are most munificent. And there are lots of commentaries on this, very deep commentary on this verse. But anyhow, okay. So, sorry, that was such a long Gauḍīya Bhāṣya. Let's just read the verse again, just to get the flow. So in this way, the two friends floated in happiness and forgot whether it was day or night as they continually enjoyed topics of Krishna Katharas. Heno Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi Prabhav Ihane She Gaura Chandra Prabhu Bole Bap. Such was the influence of Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi. Lord Gaurachandra would address him as Bap, as father. Padasparsha bhoy na koren Ganga snan, sobe Ganga dekhen koren jalapan. Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi would not take bath in the Ganga in fear of touching her with his feet. He would simply take darshan of the Ganga and drink the water. Wow, I really need to start becoming more. I bathe in the Ganga every day, but maybe I shouldn't be swimming around anymore like that. Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi wouldn't even enter the Ganga to speak of, because he didn't want to touch his feet to her. Gauḍīya Bhāṣya. Some devotees do not take bath in the Ganga out of consideration that the Ganga water is nectar emanating from Krishna's lotus feet. Rather than touching the water of the Ganga with their feet, they drink the water and take darshan of the Ganga. Bhaktir nama loya Gauranga Ishwar Puṇḍarīka Bap boli kanden vistar. Lord Gauranga would cry profusely and call out the name of this devotee. Mahaprabhu would say, Puṇḍarīka Bap, oh Father Puṇḍarīka. Kanden vistar, and he'd cry profusely. Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi charitra shunile, avashya tahare Krishna para parma mile. Whoever hears the characteristics of Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi will certainly achieve the lotus feet of Krishna. Jai. So we just got the benediction verse here. Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi Charita Shunile. If we hear about the characteristics of Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi, avashya tahare, that person who hears that will certainly, avashya, certainly, Krishna pada parma mile. They will achieve the lotus feet, the pada parma of Krishna. Now here's the final verse. The final verse of Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Antya-khaṇḍa. Śrī Krishna Caitanya Nityananda Chanta Jan Vṛndāvana dāsa tachu pada juge gan. Accepting Śrī Caitanya and Nityananda Prabhu as my life and soul, I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories of their lotus feet. Thus ends the English translation of the Gauḍīya Bhāṣya of Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Antya-khaṇḍa, Chapter 10, entitled The Glories of Śrī Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi. End of Antya-khaṇḍa and end of Srimad Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura's Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata. Jai Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata ki Jai. Jai Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura ki Jai. Jai Śrī Caitanya and Nityananda Prabhu ki Jai. Śrī Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi ki Jai. The Gauḍīya Bhāṣya of Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Prabhupāda ki Jai. Haribol. All right, so now we have this beautiful song. Actually, I haven't read it yet, but of course it's beautiful. Of Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Prabhupāda. This is how he ends his Gauḍīya Bhāṣya commentary. So maybe we can sing it. I'll play mridanga. We can sing it. I'll sing the translation and then the verse, so that we know what we're singing. Yeah. Okay. 1 second. I'm just going to stop sharing my. I need to change the sounds for a musician so you can hear the mridanga. And then after this, we will do arati of Caitanya-bhāgavata and Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura. Wait, I just making sure it worked. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, Krishna. Okay. The pastimes of the Panchatattva. The pastimes of the Panchatattva are most enchanting. Śrī Gaurasundar is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Nityananda is his personal manifestation. Advaita is his supreme is his separate expansion. Gadadhar is his energy, and Srinivas is his devotee. Śrī Gaurasundara Bara Lila Tara Manohara Nityananda Swarupa Prakasha Acharya Advaitayar Gadadhara Shakti Tar Panchatattva Bhakta Srinivas. They are the supreme deliverers of the fallen souls. They are most dear to Śrī Gaur Kishore, and they are the ultimate goal of the fallen souls. Srinivas's brother had a daughter named Narayani, who is the author's mother. Her mind was fixed at the lotus feet of Vishvambara. Shri Narayani Devi ki jai. Apatita pavana shrishta Śrī Gaura Kishora Prishta Patita Janera Tara Gati Shivaser Bhratri Sutta Narayani Name Mata Vishwambar Pade Jarmati. Her son was Vrindavan Das, who was unlimitedly merciful, who compiled Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata, who was the last servant of Nityananda, and who revealed that service to the devotees of Hari is the essence of all. Sarva Sara Sara. It's the essence of all. Vrindavana Suttatar Karunara Parabar Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Jar Nityananda Shesha Britya Harijana Seva Krita Bhujaloche Sarva Sarasar. Oh, Bhujaloche Sarva Sarasar. He perfectly describes the incomparable glories of the Vaishnavas. The minds of those who are averse to the Vaishnavas are always disturbed by material miseries. Such persons are as worthless as ash. O Vaishnava Mahima Jata Varnilen Susanghata Tahara Tulana Kotanai Vaishnava Virodi Jan Satata Tapitaman Mulyahin She Bhashma Chai. Vrindavan Das considered that people averse to Nitai were suitable candidates for compassion. So he kicked them in the head. There is no one in the three worlds as greatly compassionate or sober as him, for he delivers such persons from material existence. Anitai vimukha jane, doya patra tare gane, padagata kore tara shire. Eheno doyala vira nahi tribhuvane tira, loe jai vira jaratire. Foolish people intoxicated by false ego cannot understand him, so they attempt to establish him as an angry person. The hypocrites hide their own low-class mentality and can never understand the punishment awarded by a Vaishnava, which is simply an exhibition of compassion. Mura jana na bhujiya ahankare mattahiya krodhi boli koro ye sthapan Vaishnavera daya danda kabuna bhujaye bhanda nichachita koriya gopan. In the course of writing this commentary, Śrī Gauḍīya Bhāṣya, with the desire to serve the devotees, I have rejected all forms of cheating headed by duplicity. While writing this commentary on Caitanya-bhāgavata, the Lord always maintains me and gave me the necessary strength of heart. Śrī Gauḍīya Bhāṣya Nam Bhakta Jana Sevakam Liki Chari Kapata Dichon O Bhagavata Vyakya Kale Prabhu More Sada Pale Bhagavata Vakya Kale Prabhu More Sada Pale Chitta De Jato Chitta Bal. Jai Śrī Gauḍīya Bhāṣya Ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Vinod would always say that Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata describes the process of pure devotional service. By constantly studying this book, one's sinful mentality is destroyed, and one will achieve the joy of ecstatic love for Krishna. Krishna preme lobibe pramod. Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Grantha Shuddha Bhakti Mata Kohe Sada Shri Bhakti Vinod Nirantar Patha Phale Kubudhi Jaibe Chale Krishna Preme Lobibe Pramod Krishna Preme Lobibe Pramod. The desire to satisfy one's senses has no place in devotional service. There is no question of sense gratification in the service of Vaishnavas. As a result of serving the devotees, one attains prem, the most valuable asset, and all material diseases are vanquished. Nijendriya pritikam nahi kabu bhakti dam Vaishnava sevai nahi bhog. O bhakta seva phale prem she mulyavana khema vigata hoibe sarvarog. The desire to merge in the existence of the Lord is as crooked as playing dice, for it deprives one of all auspiciousness. The gross and subtle bodies of a person expert in the worship of the Bhagavats are destroyed by the strength of devotional service. The stul and shukshma deha of a person expert in the worship of the Bhagavats, of the pure devotees, is destroyed by the strength of this devotional service. Iha hoy bara asha chalile kapata pasha dure jabe shakala mangala stula shukshma deha dvay bhakti bale hoy khoy Bhāgavata Bhajana Kosha. The writer of this commentary is Śrī Varshabhanavi Daita Das, who desires to attain Śrī Varshabhanavi and who is the servant of her beloved Lord. Although he is averse to devotional service and his mind is attached to material enjoyment, he begs for the shelter of the Lord's lotus feet. Śrī Varshabhanavi Ashatahara Daita Dāsa Bhāṣya lekhaker parichoy. O Bhakti vimukha jan Vishayate Krishnaman. O Bhakti vimukha jan Vishayate Krishnaman. Tabu jache Prabhupāda shray. Tabu jache Prabhupāda shray. Tabu jache Prabhupāda shray. Śrī Caitanya Math is situated within Śrī Gaura in Mayapur, Navadvip, the topmost Tīrtha and site of Gaura's appearance. No cheaters are residing therein. Only Gaura's devotees live there. Śrī Gaura Mandala Maja Navadvipa Tīrtha Raja Mayapura Gaura Janma Stal Tathai Caitanya Math Nahi Voshe Jata Sai Tathai Caitanya Math Nahi Voshe Jata Shat Gaura Jane Kori Asamba. I always reside in the association of Srila Bhakti Vinod's servants. Accepting their order on my head, I completed this commentary on the hill of Ṭhākura at the end of the month of Jyeshtha in the Gaurabda year 446, that's AD 1932. Bhakti Vinoda Dāsa Shangi Mora Sada Vasa Tāder Anugya Shire Tori Chari Shatta Chalishe Samapinu Jyeshtha Sheshe Uttha Kamandera Shailo Pari. While writing this commentary, the devotees took care of me and deceived me with awe and respect. They bound me with ropes of affection by always providing facilities for me and encouraging me in my devotional service. Bhāṣya rachanar kale bhakta gana more pale gauravasaram prame mora chale avakasha sada diya bhakti pate chalaiya sneher dori ka diya gale. May my mind always remain fixed at the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga's devotees, like Śrī Bhakti Vinod. May my mind always remain fixed in eternal service May my mind always remain fixed in eternal service as it was while writing the commentary as a servant of the Tridandi sannyasis. Wow, this is a really nice prayer, huh? Shri Gauranga Bhaktagan, Shri Bhakti Vinoda Jan, Tader Charane Mor Gati, Bhāṣya Likhaner Vyaje, Tridandi Seva Ka Saje, Rahu Jeno Nitya Seva Mati, Rahu Jena Nitya Seva Mati, Rahu Jena Nitya Seva Mati. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I love this last verse. Shri Gauranga Bhaktagan, Shri Bhakti Vinoda Jan, Tander Charane Mor Gati. May my minds always remain fixed at the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga's devotees, like Shri Bhakti Vinod. Are also the followers of Shri Bhakti Vinod, right? Bhakti Vinod Jan, his own people. And may my minds always remain fixed in eternal servants. That's this last line right here. Rahu Jeno Nitya Seva Mati. Rahu Jeno Nitya Seva Mati. May my mind always remain fixed in eternal service as it was while writing this commentary as a servant of the Tridandi Sannyasis. So we can also pray that may our minds always be absorbed in reading these wonderful literatures of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Thakur Prabhupada, and all his followers for eternity. Rahu Jeno Nitya Seva Mati. Oh, Rahu Jeno Nitya Seva Mati. Rahu Jeno Nitya Seva Mati. Jaya Sachinanda Jaya Gaura Hari. Sachinandana Jaya Gaura Hari. Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Gaura Hari. Sachinandana Jaya Gaura Hari. Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Swapashara Jaya Gaura Hari, Swapashara Jaya Gaura Hari. Jaya Vrindavana dāsa Ṭhākura, Vrindavana dāsa Ṭhākura, Vrindavana dāsa Ṭhākura, Vrindavana dāsa. Jaya Vrindavana dāsa Ṭhākura, Vrindavana dāsa, Vrindavana dāsa Ṭhākura, Vrindavana dāsa. Jaya Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Prabhupāda, Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Prabhupāda. Jaya Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Prabhupāda, Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Prabhupāda. Jaya Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Vinod, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Vinod, Bhakti Vinod, Bhakti Vinod, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Vinod. Jaya Sapashara Śrīla Prabhupada, Sapashara Śrīla Prabhupada, Sapashara Śrīla Prabhupada, Sapashara Śrīla Prabhupada. Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva. Haribol, Nitai Gaur Haribol, Nitai Gaur Haribol, 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 Haribol. Jai Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata ki jai, Jai Śrīla Vṛndāvana Ṭhākura ki jai. Alright, so now we will read the glories of Śrīla Vṛndāvana Ṭhākura from this beautiful book by Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Gosvāmī Mahārāja, Śrī Caitanya and his associates. This book here. If anybody wants to, this book, a new version of this book, which has been revised, it's much better than the previous edition. This is available on Amazon in Kindle format, and you could also get physical book, a new edition of it. So I'm just going to share my screen, and we will read that, and then we will do a little arati of Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata and Śrīla Vṛndāvana Ṭhākura. All right, let me first open it up. Where is it? Yeah, that was such a beautiful song, huh? At the end. By Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Prabhupāda. Gauḍīya Bhāṣya ki jai. Okay. There it is. Where is Vrindavan Das Thakur? I think he comes. Chutananda. There he is. Vrindavan Das Thakur. Okay. Okay. Veda Vyaso ya eva sid daso Vrindavana dhuna sakhaya kusuma pida karyatastang samavishat. This is Śrīla Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha. I mentioned that, right? Yeah, I think so. So this verse is from Gaur Ganodeshtipika 109. Veda Vyas became Vrindavan Das Thakur. Krishna's friend Kusumapira also entered into him for the sake of the Lord's pastimes. Vedavyas described Krishna's pastimes in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Non-different from Vyas, Vrindavan Das described Mahaprabhu's pastimes in his Caitanya-bhāgavata. His book was first called Chaitanya Mangal, but when Lochan Das later gave the same name to his biography of the Lord, it was dubbed Caitanya-bhāgavata. Vrindavan Das's mother, Narayani. Vrindavan Das was born on the Krishna Dwadashi in the month of Vaishak in 1429 of the Shaka era, 1507 AD. Some say he was born in Mamgachi in the Navadvip area, and others say his birthplace was in Kumarhata. His father was Vaikuntanath Vipra, who originally came from Silhet. His mother was Narayani Devi. Narayani was the daughter of Srivas Pandit's elder brother, Sri Nalina Pandit. Kavi Karnapur has also mentioned her name as in his Gaur Ganodeshtipika as follows: Ambikaya Swasayasin Namni Shila Kilimbika Krishno Chishtam Prabhunjana Seyam Narayani Mata. Kilimbika, who used to eat Krishna's remnants, was the younger sister of Krishna's nurse, Ambika, who is Srivasa's wife, Malini. In Mahaprabhu's Leela, she became Narayani. Wow, very interesting, huh? So in Krishna Leela, Kalimbika is Ambika's younger sister, and in Mahaprabhu's Leela, Narayani is the niece of Malini. Sorry, Narayani is the niece of Malini, Srivasa's wife. Okay. Narayani also achieved fame because Gaurasundar bestowed his mercy on her when he gave her his remnants. Narayani was only a small child of 4 when the Lord displayed his divine form in the Mahaprakash pastimes in Srivas Angan. But the Lord still made her intoxicated with the ecstasy of prem. In that Mahaprakash Leela, the 21-hour ecstasy of Mahaprabhu, where he's revealing himself to all his different servants for the first time ever. People were seeing for the first time that Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Lord, and he's my Ishtadev, my Supreme Worshipful Lord. So the very end of that amazing pastime, it goes on for 2 chapters, it ends with Mahaprabhu giving his remnants to Malini Devi. She's like the very end of that pastime. Whether born in Mamgachi or in Kumarhata, Vrindavan Das whether born in either place, Vrindavan Das spent part of his childhood with his mother in Mamgachi at the home of his maternal grandparents, where Narayani was married. Vrindavan Das's Gaur-Nitai deities are still worshipped at the Mamgachi home. And here's a picture of the Gaur-Nitai deities right there. I took some pictures before also. But anyways, whatever. There. So yeah, his Gaur-Nitai deities are still worshipped there. When his father died, he and his mother moved to Srivasa's house, where they received Mahaprabhu's special blessings. Vrindavan Das later moved to the village of Denur in the Matreshwar precinct of the Burdwan district. Thus, Denur is considered to be his Shripat. Vrindavan Das writes Caitanya-bhāgavata. Vrindavan Das received copious blessings from Nityananda Prabhu, and he is therefore said to have been his initiated disciple. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya-khaṇḍa 2082. It says, Vrindavan Das is the recipient of Nityananda Prabhu's mercy. He is the original Vyas of Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. He wrote Caitanya-bhāgavata in 1535 AD. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita, praised him and his work in the following words. Vrindavan Das, the son of Narayani, wrote the Chaitanya Mangal. Vedavyas described Krishna Lila in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and Vrindavan Das is the Vyas of Chaitanya Lila. That's Adi chapter 11, verses 54 and 55. Now this is what we sing every day. This section from chapter Adi Lila. I thought it was Madhya Lila. No, it's Adi Lila, chapter 8, verses 34 to 42. This is what we'll sing this properly. We'll sing the Bengali for this after the arati. So, or maybe let's just sing it now. Yeah. Okay, we'll sing it now and then we'll read the... No, we'll do it after. Sorry, guys. Okay, so Vedavyas told the story of Krishna's pastimes in Srimad Bhagavatam. Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura is Vyasadeva of the pastimes of Chaitanya. His Chaitanya Mangal annihilates all misfortune. From it, I learned the wonders of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda Prabhu and came to know all the subtlest doctrines of devotional service to Krishna. Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura has summarized the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam's teachings in his Chaitanya Mangal. If even an atheist or a Muslim should listen to Chaitanya Mangal, he immediately becomes a great Vaishnava. An ordinary human being could not have composed such a sublime work. Lord Chaitanya himself has spoken through the mouth of Vrindavan Das. I offer millions of obeisances unto the lotus feet of Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura, who has delivered the entire universe through his book. He was born in the womb of Narayani, who ate the remnants of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. How wonderful is his description of the activities of the Lord. Simply by hearing them, the three worlds have become sanctified. So this is what we've been singing every day for I don't know, how long have we been reading for now? 10 months or something like that, or longer? I think 11 months? I don't know. But yeah, so we'd sing these verses every day before our reading. And we'll sing it at the end also, these verses. In the Chaitanya Bhāgavata, Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura primarily narrates Mahaprabhu's early life, such as his childhood, his student life, his chastisement of the Qazi, his departure from Navadvip, as well as some aspects of his life in Puri. He then became so absorbed in the description of Nityananda Prabhu's Leela that he only gave an abbreviated account of Mahaprabhu's later pastimes. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami then elaborated on these undescribed activities in his Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote, this is in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 13, verses 48 and 49. He says, Vrindavan Das is the authorized biographer of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu and equal to Śrīla Vṛndāvana. He has described the Lord's pastimes in a very sweet way. He was afraid of excessively enlarging his book, and so he left some parts of Mahaprabhu's pastimes untold. I shall try as far as possible to fill in these empty spaces. Vrindavan Das's criticism of Vaishnava aparad. Yes, I've mentioned this so many times because that in Chaitanya Bhāgavata, the thing that came up the most, almost in every other chapter, he would very strongly emphasize this. He'd warn against committing Vaishnava aparad. So we could make a whole book on all the quotes that Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura gave on all the verses that Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura gave on cautioning us against committing Vaishnava aparad. So Vrindavan Das showed infinite mercy on the fallen souls by warning them. Eto porihare oje papi ninda kore tobe lati maro tar shirer upare. He says, if someone still blasphemes the Vaishnavas, even after being told how objectionable it is, I will kick him in the head. And we heard how objectionable it is. How many times can you? Especially the point of if there's two Vaishnavas who seem to get in an argument with each other, in a quarrel with each other. If one takes sides, then one is completely destroyed. That verse came up, I think, 4 or 5 times in our readings. Or maybe more than 5 times. Yeah. So these same words are repeated several times throughout the Caitanya-bhāgavata, this "I'll kick him in the head." Some foolish and arrogant persons misunderstand such statements and criticize Vrindavan Das for having made them. Such criticism leads them to be mired in the bog of Vaishnav aparad. In this connection, the remarks of Srila Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Ṭhākura Prabhupāda, the founder of the Śrī Caitanya Math and all the Gauḍīya Maths, are well worth studying. We just read these verses here, this point. Like he says, "I am even ready to kick the heads of those envious and hellish persons who blaspheme Nityananda Prabhu, to forever prevent them from repeating their attempts to show disrespect for the Supreme Lord. Not only that, by doing so, I can bring about a clear conception of the truth, and I will be offering them the greatest service." So Srila Sarasvatī Thakur Prabhupada says, with these words, the Ṭhākura reveals compassion for even the most atheistic blasphemer with the unswerving faith appropriate to a servant of Nityananda Prabhu, the Supreme Guru. By this he instructs that though such people are an object of indifference due to their foolishness, their ignorance of the truth of Nityananda Prabhu, their insistence on rushing headlong on the path to hell, and their reluctance to act in their own real self-interest. Nevertheless, he and other compassionate Vaishnavas like him, who practice and preach the Lord's doctrines, act for their welfare, selflessly and causelessly. Vrindavan Das Thakur is a servant of Nityananda Prabhu, who is an avatar of Vyas, and acharya of the Vaishnava faith. If even a single fleck of dust should fall from Vrindavan Das's foot onto the head of a sinful blasphemer, then that person will be blessed, and all his sinful conditioning will inevitably be eradicated. The compassion of Vishnu and Vaishnavas is beyond the comprehension of those who do not know what is truly in their own self-interest. Anyone who follows in the footsteps of Vrindavan Das Thakur and both practices and preaches pure devotion to Gaura Krishna will always be engaged in an effort to bring about everyone's ultimate well-being. Though he may make a show of wanting to punish the enemies of the Lord, he in fact harbors a compassion toward them that knows no limit. Vrindavan Das Thakur's disappearance day is the Krishna Dashami of Vaishak. There is some dispute about the exact year of his disappearance, which was likely 1511 Shaka. That's 1589 AD. All right, so that is Srila Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Goswami Mahārāja's glorification of Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai. Shri Narayani Devi ki jai. The Gauḍīya Bhāṣya. Yeah. All right. So now, let's see. Let me just check with Subal if he wants to do arati now, or if maybe we should go through this. We should go through this. Yeah. The glories of Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata and Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Thakur from Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata Śrīla. We can sing this and then we'll do arati. I think that's good. One second. I'm going to be back. I'm just going to tell Subal that we'll start arati in like 5 minutes so that you can get it ready. I think he already did, but just 1 second. Okay, so we'll just finished doing Archan of Thakurji, and now he's going to get it set up. But meanwhile, we will sing these verses. Okay. Let's do it with Mridanga. That would be nice. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so this is Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila 8:33 to 42. We just heard Srila Bhakti Ballabha Tīrtha Goswami Mahārāja's, the translation in that book. Now we'll read Srila Prabhupada's translations also. Okay. Ore mura lokshuno Chaitanya manga, Chaitanya mahima jate jani beshaka. Oh fools, just read Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata. By reading this book, you can understand all the glories of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna Lila Bhagavate Gohe Vyas Chaitanya Lilar Vyas Vṛndāvana Das. As Vyasadeva has compiled all the pastimes of Lord Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam, Ṭhākura Vrindavan Das has depicted the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Vṛndāvana dāsa koilo Chaitanya mangal Ajahara Shravane Nashe Sarvaya mangal. Ṭhākura Vrindavan Das has composed Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata. Hearing this book annihilates all misfortune. Chaitanya nitar jate janiye mahima Jate jane Krishna Bhaktisiddhānta sima. By reading Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata, one can understand all the glories and truths of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda and come to the ultimate conclusion of devotional service to Lord Krishna. Bhagavate Jatta Bhakti Siddhante Rasar Likhiya Cheni Hajani Koriya Udhar. In Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata, Śrīla Vṛndāvan Das Ṭhākura has given the conclusion and essence of devotional service by quoting the authoritative statements of Srimad Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Mangala Shune Jadi Pashande Javan Sheho Maha Vaishnava Hoy Toto Kon. If even a great atheist hears Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata, he immediately becomes a great devotee. Manushera chitte nare aiche granta dhanya Vṛndāvana dāsa mokhe vakta Śrī Caitanya. The subject matter of this book is so sublime that it appears that Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu has personally spoken through the writings of Śrīla Vṛndāvan Das Ṭhākura. Vṛndāvana dāsa pade koti namaskar Aiche granta kori deho tarila sansar. I offer millions of obeisances onto the lotus feet of Vṛndāvan Das Ṭhākura. No one else could write such a wonderful book for the deliverance of all fallen souls. Narayani Chaitanyar Uchishta Bhajan Tar Karbe Jan Mila Śrī dāsa Vṛndāvana. Narayani eternally eats the remnants of the food of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Śrīla Vṛndāvan Das Ṭhākura was born of her womb. Tar ki arbhuta Chaitanya charita varnan Jahara Shravane Shuddha Koilo Tribhuvan. What a wonderful description he has given of the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Anyone in the three worlds who hears it is purified. Okay, now this is from Madhya Lila 4:5. Sahaje vichitra madhur Chaitanya vihar Sahaje vichitra madhur Chaitanya vihar Vṛndāvana dāsa mukhe amritirthar Vṛndāvana dāsa mukhe amritirthar. By nature, all the activities of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu are very wonderful and sweet. And when they are described by Śrīla Vṛndāvan Das Ṭhākura, they become like a shower of nectar. Amritirthar, a shower of nectar. Jaya Vṛndāvana Das, Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura, Vṛndāvana Das, Jaya Vṛndāvana Das, Jaya Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura, Vṛndāvana Das, Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura, Vṛndāvana Das. Jaya Caitanya-bhāgavata, Jaya Caitanya-bhāgavata, Jaya Caitanya-bhāgavata, Jaya Caitanya-bhāgavata. Nitai Gaur Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribol, Nitai Gaur Haribol, 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 Gaur Haribol. what is it? Chaitanya Lila Vyas Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura ki jai. All right. So now we will, hopefully Subal has it already. We're doing arati now. I'm just looking at Ananta Om's comment. What did he say? On this auspicious disappearance day of Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura, I'm going to start reading Śrīmad Bhagavatam 8th Canto. Please give me blessings so that I can understand Śrīla Prabhupāda's mood while writing this, and the mood that he, and cultivate and utilize that mood in serving Śrīla Prabhupada and Krishna. Kindly pray to Lord Śrī Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Śrī Nityananda Prabhu for bestowing their mercy. Jai Ho. Haribol. All right. So now I'm just bringing out the computer. It looks like everything's good. Oh, oops, I had the original sound for musicians shut off. So that sound was probably really strange. When noise suppression is on, it tries to shut out the mridanga and then it messes everything up. Okay, so let's see. There's the setup we have. And here's our temple room. There's our Ṭhākura. Alright, I got a picture of Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura though on my iPad. I'm just gonna bring it up so you can do 1 second. Here's a picture of Vrindavan Das Ṭhākura. Alright. Okay. Jai Ho. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. I'll move this up a little further. There, you can all see, right? Maybe I'll move it this way. Okay. Is everything okay? Just making sure the sound is on. Okay. Śrī Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Śrī Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Śrī Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Śrī Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Śrī Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Śrī Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Śrī Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Śrī Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Śrī Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Śrī Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Śrī Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Śrī Advaita Gadadhara Śrīvasari Gaur Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi, Śrī Radha Vinod Bihari Ju ki jai, Śrī Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Ju ki jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Rashata Rashata Shimar Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosvāmī Mahārāja Śrīla Gurudeva ki jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Rashata Rashata Shimar Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Vaman Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Rashata Rashata Shimar Śrīla Bhaktivedanta Swami Mahārāja Śrīla Prabhupāda ki jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Rashata Rashata Shimar Śrīla Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosvāmī Mahārāja ki jai, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad Rashata Rashata Shimar Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Prabhupāda ki jai. All the associates of Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Prabhupāda ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Mahā-bhāgavata Śrīla Gaurkishora Babaji Mahārāja ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Śrīla Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura ki jai. Nitya Lila Pravishta Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Śrīla Jagannātha and Baladeva Mahārāja ki jai. Śrī Puṇḍarīka Vidyānidhi ki jai. Śrī Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath, Śrī Jeev Gopala Bhatta Dāsa Shārda Gosvāmī Prabhu ki jai. Śrī Swarup Damodar Rai Ramanandari Śrī Gaur Parshada Vrinda ki jai. Namachay Śrīla Haridas Ṭhākura ki jai. Prem se kaho Śrī Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Śrī Advaita Gadadhara Śrī Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Śrī Kshetra Mandala Gora Mandala Vraja Mandala Mathura Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Sarva Abhishya Pradata Giriraj Mahārāja ki jai. Śrī Radha Kunda Shama Kunda ki jai. Śrī Mona Devi Ganga Devi ki jai. Śrī Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki jai. Śrī Bhakti Devi ki jai. Śrī Purnamasi Yogamaya ki jai. Śrī Gopeshwar Mahadev ki jai. Jai Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura ki jai. Tadiya Shubha Tirubha Titi ki jai. Jai Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura ki jai. Śrī Caitanya Lila Vyas Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura ki jai. Jai Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata ki jai. The Gauḍīya Bhāṣya of Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Prabhupāda ki jai. Jai Śrī Sachinanda Jai Narayani Devi ki jai. Jai Shivas Pandit's whole family ki jai. Jai Śrī Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Jai Śrī Kumar Hatta ki jai. Śrī Mamgachi ki jai. Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura's birthplace ki jai. Jai Śrī Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. The last servant of Nityananda Prabhu, Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura ki jai. Śrī Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Śrī Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Jai Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura. Right. Haribol, everybody. Hare Krishna. So that is the conclusion of our Caitanya-bhāgavata reading, and now we pray that Śrīla Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga, Śrīla Vṛndāvana Das Ṭhākura, and all of our Rupanuga Acharyas, especially like Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Prabhupāda said, the Bhakti Vinod Jan, right? The followers of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura and all of his followers, Bhakti Vinod Jan, and who the foremost of whom is Śrīla Bhaktisiddhānta Sarasvatī Gosvāmī Prabhupāda, and all of his followers, all of his associates, and his associates' disciples, and their disciples, grand disciples. So we pray for all of their mercy that we can be absorbed in not that, right, like we just read that, what did he say? Rahumor Mati, I forgot what he said, but that not just like that our absorption in these pastimes will continue on forever. These pastimes of Śrī Caitanya-bhāgavata, and also their mercy that we can enter into even just one drop of the songs of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura. We're now transitioning into our next program, the Bhakti Vinod Giti Dhara. But we'll read the glories of Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākura, and we'll read about the method of approaching these songs. It's not just something that you can just open up a book and then start reading them, and then all of a sudden you start understanding it all like that. It's all, these songs are revealed, and they're given And so we pray that we can approach these songs of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, this new program that we're starting, in the right mood, praying for their mercy, and that by their mercy we can access even a drop from this dhara, from this current, this river of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's songs. All right, so Dandavat pranams all devotees. Thank you so much for, I mean, if it weren't for all of you, I definitely would have not read all of Caitanya-bhāgavata like this. I wouldn't have gotten through it. I don't have so much discipline. So it's because of you that I was able to show up every day, and finally we were able to get through the entire book. And now I'm looking forward to doing that again with Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's kirtans, getting through every single kirtan of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So you've all been very kind, also very tolerant of me when I fall asleep, when I don't sleep enough at night and I fall asleep during the... And yeah, I'm just very grateful to all of you. Let's see who's here with us right now. A lot of people had to go because this was a long program, but Dandavat pranams Satya Mataji, Nri Hari Prabhu and Bhavatarini Mataji. Nri Hari Prabhu and Bhavatarini Mataji haven't missed a single program. They've been from the very beginning, everything. Also Shubhananda Prabhu has been for everything. And Gopalakhana Sham Prabhu, Shubhananda Prabhu, Archana Didi, Subhadra Didi, Anadi Krishna Prabhu. Champak Mataji's also been for most of the programs. Satya Mataji's been for many also. And let's see, on YouTube and Facebook, there's Rasapriya Didi, Rup Manjari Didi, Nitai, Vidyalalasa Didi, Bilba, yes, Bilba Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Bangsiwala Prabhu, Kishore Prabhu. I wish Kishore was here, he could have done the Jaidwani. Anyways, and so many other devotees. I see there's lots of devotees. So thank you so much for joining, and see you all. Well, okay, I'm going to start a program for, well, no, I started last night actually. I'm going through all the songs of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Sharanagati, just briefly, and it's kind of an unofficial program. I'm just singing through the songs, but I go live at 9 p.m. at night every day. I will put the link in send out the links in the WhatsApp group before I start. So if any of you aren't in the Caitanya-bhāgavata WhatsApp group, now the Caitanya-bhāgavata WhatsApp group, I'm going to change the name to Bhaktivinoda Giti Dara. But if you would like to join that WhatsApp group and join all of our programs, then go to vineofdevotion.com, then / BGD, Bhaktivinoda Giti Dara. So BGD. / and then you'll find all the links for how to join the WhatsApp group, how to join the Zoom sessions, the calendar so you can see what the future programs are going to be, and all that information you'll find there. So go to vineofdevotion.com. You can also just see it at the top of the page. It says Bhaktivinoda Giti Dara. Just click on that and everything will be there. All right. So Jaya Shri Radhe, Haribol, Jaya Shri
Jai, thank you, Madhukar Prabhu, Dandavat pranams. You made it all exciting to be here every day. He's our lifesaver, and it's been wonderful.
I mean, I've been feeling so much encouragement because of you, so I'm thanking you also for all of your encouragement. I also pray for your blessings.
Thank you. I pray for yours.
Thank you.
Haribol.
All right. Haribol. All right, so that's it. Oh, Satya Mataji is asking if we can see the Thakurjis up close. Sure. And then I'll end. Well,
yeah, I thought the same thing.
Okay.
We're excited.
I don't think he hasn't started the offering yet. So here, and look, I just want to show you where I live. We have a Tulsi here, and we do. Wait, can you see Tulsi? Oh God, I can't. Okay, yeah, there. We do an arati every morning, like a Tulsi puja for, and all a bunch of villagers come every morning, and just here in the deep village, next to the Ganga. You can actually see the Ganga from here.
It's beautiful there. I remember there was some kind of a field was grown next to when we first started. When you first moved there, was that mustard seed? I think a mustard seed oil.
Yeah. They were. Yeah, there was mustard before. So there's our Thakurji.
Jai ho.
And then our Giriraj.
Giriraj ki jai.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye. There's the pujari, but he's very shy. All right. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams. Thank you so much, everybody. See you all either this evening at 9 p.m. and tomorrow, I don't know. Maybe I haven't decided what we'll do tomorrow, but because I'm going to go live tomorrow. It's just like it's the thing every day at 7 a.m. But maybe we can go through the summaries of Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj from the beginning and just get like a very quick overview of the entire Caitanya-bhāgavata. Or if anybody has any other ideas, you can let me know. Anyhow, I'm going to go live to do something tomorrow at 7 a.m. So you can all join that if you like. All right. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. See you then.
Yes, see you then. See you tomorrow or see you at 9.